Alright, so we got another happy customer. The customer paid and I'm now just leaving. Deadbolt went pretty well, got the job done exactly how the customer was hoping for. Pretty easy installation. Now I'm headed to, I think I'm making a key for a 2009 Ford Mariner. So they lost all keys. I'm gonna head there and get started so they can get their car back on the road. Alright, so we just got to the Mercury Mariner. I am gonna go ahead and start making a key for it. Well, that was odd. Alright, so it looks like we got two possibilities for this key based on my readings that I got with my leashy tool. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm cutting the first possibility right now. I'm gonna test that out. If it doesn't work, I'll cut the second one and hopefully that one works. So we'll see what happens. Alright, just finished cutting. Let's go test it out. Works well in the door. Let's check the ignition. Cool, so let's transfer these cuts over to a transponder key and we'll get it programmed and we'll be good to go. So it's always a win. Let me step outside so the key machine isn't drowning out the sound. It's always rare with Fords when I get it first try, because you know you can only get 6 out of 8 of the cuts out of the door. The other 2 you kind of got to progress, and then on top of that you have to think about sometimes your leashy tool, you don't get a proper reading on these older Fords. This is a Mercury, but uses, you know, Ford key. It's owned by Ford. So yeah, anyways, pretty happy that I got it first try. One other thing I thought was odd is how many deep cuts there were. So yeah, it was just odd because when I was using the leashy tool, I really only had to pick space 6 because all the other ones were 4s or 5s, and sometimes you don't really need to pick those just because they're such deep cuts already, and if you did pick it, it would just be a little bit. So yeah, really I only picked space 6, and we got lucky with the first try key. But yeah, so we just got our first chip key cut, and they also wanted a remote head key. The only remote head keys that I have are going to be a flip key. It's an aftermarket Ford flip key. So yeah, let me go get these programmed. Alright, so we'll select IMMO, accept, forward. I'll just do an automatic selection, read. Pulls the VIN, automatically will select the right security system. We'll go Mercury Mariner 2008-2012 blade key, yes. Just do IMMO status. Alright, so I always like to look at how many keys are programmed currently, so after I program a key I can check to make sure that number does go up. Looks like we got 2, so let's go ahead and add a key. This procedure will not erase the keys, correct. Ignition is on, yes. 2 keys learned, and it just added the 3rd. So this key is good. Let's add this one now. Hit start. Yes, yes. Fourth key was added correctly. No more keys to add. Alright, let's make sure it starts. First key is good. Let's check the second key. This one is good as well. Right, now let's get this remote programmed. Okay, so I got the instructions right here. Let's go ahead and run through the sequence. It says turn ignition from off to run 8 times, ending in run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lock cycle, press any button on the remote. Okay, so this remote is not the correct remote. I thought it was, but I guess it's not. So I'm just gonna give this key to them for free and let them know that I can order them the correct one since that was my mistake. So I'll be out of key, which is kind of unfortunate, but sometimes we make mistakes. Let's get the programmer put away and get this wrapped up. Alright, so we got another happy customer. Unfortunately, I didn't have that remote head key to get that job done exactly how I wanted to. They did want 1 chipped key and then they wanted 1 remote head key. I had that remote flip key and I thought it was going to work, but the remote must have a different FCC ID than what is required. So I explained to them that I can order them one, or they can order their own and program it themselves through the onboard programming procedure. They said they will get back to me and let me know what they decide, but they are happy to have 1 key, and then I just gave them that other one for free like I said I was going to do. So they're happy to have 2 keys that can at least get the car on the road. So alright guys, I appreciate you watching. This concludes today's vlog. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I love to hear your feedback in the comments. Check out my YouTube channel if you want to learn some of some of the locksmith techniques. I have some tutorials out there. But anyways, I appreciate you guys watching, and have a good rest of your day.